Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a short video on a typical question that I get asked a lot, and it comes to these giant tree stumps that I've shown you guys for all these years. And that question is, who cut down the trees? So I'm going to simply answer that question for all of you today, and I'm going to be using the Holy Bible, the Book of Enoch, and the Book of Giants from the Dead Sea Scrolls. And I have laid all three of these books out for you right here on my desk so I can show you one at a time from each one of these books where it tells you who cut down the trees. So let's start out with the oldest history book of all, the Holy Bible. Now let's flip our Bibles open to Daniel chapter 4, verse 10. Thus were the visions in my head, in my bed. I saw and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher, and a holy one came down from heaven. He cried out aloud and said, thus, hew down the tree, and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, and the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven. And let his portion be with the beast and the grass of the earth. Now pay attention what that says right there. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. Now, I'm going to bring you back to that in a few minutes. Now we're going to go over here to the Book of Giants, which is found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, in the Dead Sea text entitled the Book of Giants, the Nephilim, sons of the fallen angel Semjaza, named as Aya and Oya, experience dream visions in which they visit a world garden and see 200 trees being felled by heavenly angels. Felled means cut down. Now look at that again. 200 trees being felled by heavenly angels. Now remember, this vision is from Semjaza, the fallen angels' sons, which were the Nephilim, the giants. They're having this vision. So we know the giants didn't cut them down. They're telling you right here the angels cut the trees down. Let's move on. Not understanding the purpose of this allegory, they put the subject to the Nephilim council, who appoint one of their number, Mohaweh, to go on their behalf to consult Enoch, who now resides in an earthly paradise. So basically, here you have the Nephilim, the giants are starting to panic. They're wondering why these trees are going to get cut down. So that's why they're going to petition Enoch, find Enoch, and Enoch's going to explain to them why the trees are getting cut down. You got to remember, these trees are their oxygen, how they breathe, okay? So here we go. Enoch explains that the 200 trees represent the 200 watchers. The 200 watchers are the 200 fallen angels, while the felling of their trunks signifies their destruction in a coming conflagration and deluge. That means the flood is coming, and they're cutting the trees down. The angels have come to cut the trees down, so the Nephilim and nothing can survive the deluge. And that's why it says the felling of their trunks signifies their destruction in a coming conflagration and deluge. Now, remember when I told you to pay attention to that last part of that scripture in Daniel 4:10? Right here where it says, nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. Why leave the stump in the earth? It's right here in the Dead Sea Scrolls, remember? The felling of their trunks signifies their destruction in a coming conflagration and deluge. So not only did you just learn who cut the trees down, you also learned why those stumps are still here and why they were left here, to signify the destruction, the power of God and his angels. Everyone, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and God bless.